Tis I, Super Tendo Boy, and here I am for another episode of Minecraft Map Mondays. And this week I'm actually gonna do two episodes in on one Monday because both of the maps are rather short. But if you're watching this at a later point, that probably won't really matter to you. But anyway, so this adventure map was actually inspired by Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and if you ever played that game, this is actually I think a 1-to-1 replica of Outset Island from that game. Of course, like, there's supposed to be a cliff here, and there's other things that I couldn't really duplicate very well, mainly because I was just doing this all by hand and just looking at reference to the game. But yeah, my plan was I was actually going to make this into an adventure map, except it would be like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, except it would be in Minecraft. Of course, that's been done numerous times before, and I eventually decided to quit on the project just because it'd been done before, and I wasn't really too motivated to do it, considering it was already a game that existed. But anyway, we got our little lookout point where your sister would be up here. And then, got a ladder with iron doors behind it, so you can climb up it. See? And then we got the bridge here. We got a house, that just doesn't have anything in it. It doesn't go anywhere. Actually, in our inventory, we have Gust's Tune, which summons quartz, which is actually just a random wind spell that I made up, because it's not actually a Wind Waker. But I added it just because I felt like it. And so this is supposed to be the broken bridge. This is supposed to be like a mysterious piece of quartz. What does it do? Well, if you come up to this, I don't know, wind pad? I don't know what they were called in the game. They were little red circles with triforces in them. And then when you used a song on them, such as I will use Gust's Tune on it, then we wait a little bit. It will say I played the tune, it will give me it back, and now when I stand on this quartz, I get an ender pearl. So now I can teleport anywhere, but when I step off, I don't have an ender pearl. So it's just kind of a weird cyclone quick travel thing that I just made up because I loved the different songs you could play in Wind Waker. Anyway, that allows us to come up here, and then up here we have the incomplete forest of the top of Outset Island. And let's see if I can set this to night right here. Then I believe if it still works. No, it doesn't. What actually happens normally is I believe all of these, yeah, you can hear each of the droppers going 3 times, or no, actually they all just go once. But that would be summoning slimes, which are supposed to be like Legend of Zelda Chew Jellies. So I thought to replicate that, I would just go ahead and make dispensers that summoned them at night. But anyway, this is supposed to be the hole where you go into the fairies fountain. So we can just drop down here. And ta-da! Fairy fountain! There aren't any fairies though. There's the beam that you'd go up with in Legend of Zelda. And actually, I get regen here, regen 2. I don't know if it still works or if this was just in progress, but I think if you throw a glass bottle, or at least you have a glass bottle in your inventory, it gives you a fairy in a bottle. No. It took the glass bottle, but it didn't give me a fairy in a bottle. Huh. Oh well. But I'll show you guys how that all works, and I might even be able to show you guys why that doesn't work. But anyway, if we stand on here, we can come back, and then we can just move on to the next part. Let's see if there's a spot where I can jump down. Right here. Well, I'm in creative mode, actually. This is a house you can't go in. Those houses you can't go in. I think that's all the houses, actually. This is Orca and Sturgeon's house. This one you can actually go and you just walk up and it teleports you in. Got Orca. He sells you a training sword, which is tier 2, for big rupee, which is 5 rupees. And the rupee system is actually supposed to be your XP. And then we got a shark fin and a shark head. That's what they're supposed to be, at least. Anyway, so we can come up here. And we have Sturgeon. Actually, my game seems to be lagging a little bit. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and turn my render distance down to 8. There we go. It's better. Sturgeon, I was gonna make it so he'd sell you like hint books for like getting through the map. Also, this is a contraption. It's a machine. That's what it's called. But machine, press to exchange 5 rupees for 1 big rupee. So as you can see, I have 14 rupees down there, my XP. And apparently when I press this button, if I have 5 rupees, it will exchange that for a big rupee. So I had 14 rupees, and now once the chat disappears, we'll be able to see now I'm down to 9. It took 5 from me, and it gave me a big rupee. And then we can spend that on a training sword, which is just a normal stone sword. And then we can come back out. Pretty nifty. Because I did that because I know in Legend of Zelda, houses are always a lot smaller on the outside than on the inside. So that's what I did to replicate that. You can't go into Sturgeon's house from this side. But actually I'll show you guys that section in a little bit. This is Link's house, your house in the game. I never actually made a hero's tunic and shield up here. We got just cooking chest with salt and oregano and pepper and raw fish and chocolate. Because I know about cooking. Totally. This is supposed to be your grandma. And there's a fireplace that actually when you give it coal, it like gives off particles. Which I don't know if I have particles on. Yeah, I do, but I just don't have any coal in there, and then it's supposed to look like a fireplace. But I didn't want to actually put fire in there because then it would burn this whole place down. Anyway, so Grandma, if you right-click her, she can give you a Granny's apple for 3 big rupees, which is 15 rupees, and an apple. She can also give you Hero's Elixir, which takes a Deku fruit and a bowl, which is kind of a thing that exists in the game, but not really. And then this is actually a thing in the game. If you give her a fairy in a bottle, she'll give you Grandma's Secret Soup, which gives you regen 2. Which, I should probably also put, like, strength or something in there. But, anyway, that's also a thing from the game. And then, that's actually all of the redstone to the map. But, there's a few things I want to show you guys in creative mode. This stuff is all stuff I never actually added to the map, but I wanted to add. Like, the Outset Island compass, which just points you to spawn, which is Outset Island. Got big rupees, and I actually wanted to make tiers of swords. So you saw the training sword, which said tier 2. I also wanted a Kokoro sword to be tier 1, even though there's no such thing in Wind Waker. Master sword to be tier 3, and then a giant's knife would be tier 4, which those are actually all swords from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, so I don't know why I wanted to put them in here. Oh! I forgot about the most important thing about the map. The rupees. This is supposed to be a collectible rupee. If I jump over to it and I stand on it, I believe it does nothing. Oh wait. No, it didn't give me the rupee. But anyway, what it's supposed to do is, it's obviously like a custom minecart here, displaying the rupee. And then when you're supposed to get close enough to it, then it will give you 1 XP, and that will disappear. I also added one over here. We'll see if that one works. See, there we go. I got 1 XP, and it disappeared. So that's how I was going to do the rupees in the game, but that would have taken absolutely forever and a lot of redstone. This is supposed to be the big destroyable door where you find Lord Jabu Jabu, but I never made his cave. This is also all the redstone for the fairy fountain. But yeah. I think that's actually about it for this this adventure map. As I told you guys, this is a rather short one, but oh gosh, this one took me so long to make. I feel bad quitting on it, but it's just kind of nice to come back and reminisce upon. It's not really a map I'd want to turn into a full adventure map, but I think that's about it for this episode. Thank you for watching!